Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're digging into 7 rules from a financial guide that went viral because it asks a question that so many of us have wondered.
The feeling, right? You work hard, your salary might even be climbing, but somehow that savings account just stays stubbornly low. Well, the source we're diving into today argues that the real problem isn't your income, not at all. It's about your financial mindset and the system, or maybe the lack of a system that you use to manage your money.
So, let's break down these 7 powerful rules from the guide. The whole idea is to help you move from that cycle of just earning and spending to a real system of genuine financial growth. And we're going to start with the biggest myth of them all.
Okay, first up, we're tackling the most common myth about money. I'm talking about a belief that holds so many people back from ever becoming truly wealthy. It's a complete flip of the script on what it actually means to be rich.
Right here is the core idea. The source makes it crystal clear. A high salary does not guarantee wealth. Think about it. A person who earns a ton but saves absolutely nothing is often in a much worse spot than someone who earns less but has a disciplined system for saving and investing.
And this just illustrates the point perfectly. I mean, person B has a way higher income, but without a system for investing, they're basically just spinning their wheels. Person A, on the other hand, even with a lower salary, is actively building wealth. So the crucial takeaway is this. Your focus shouldn't just be on your income, but on the wealth-building system you create around it.
So, if wealth is really about what you keep and invest, then what's the first step to actually building it? Well, it all comes down to one core habit. You know how most people do it? They get their salary, they pay rent, bills, do some shopping, and then they try to save whatever's left over, which is usually, well, nothing. This rule flips that whole idea on its head. Instead of saving what's left, you invest first.
The guide suggests a really simple, non-negotiable rule. The second your income hits your account, a minimum of 20% of it gets immediately invested. Period. The rest, that's what you live on. It's such a small shift in habit, but it has a massive impact on your financial future.
Now, what's so powerful about this is it shows why that habit is so critical. Time is your single greatest asset. Because of the magic of compounding, the person who starts investing just 10 years earlier ends up with dramatically more wealth. Honestly, the most expensive financial decision you can possibly make is to wait.
Building wealth isn't just about what you do right, it's also about what you avoid. So let's look at a couple of common traps that can just drain your money without you even realizing it's happening. The source draws a really sharp line between using debt for assets versus liabilities. An asset is something that puts money in your pocket, or, grows in value. A liability, on the other hand, just takes money out. Simple as that. This is what we call the lifestyle trap. You take on debt for things that lose value almost immediately, like the newest phone or a new car. That's a major wealth killer. The guide is super clear on this. Limit your loans strictly to assets that can actually grow, like a home.
All right, now for the second trap. And this one is way more subtle. You might think you're doing everything right. You're saving your money in a bank account, and hey, it's earning interest. Let's say 3%. On paper, it looks like your money is growing. It feels safe. But there's another force at play. And here's the problem. While your money is growing at 3%, the actual cost of everything around you, food, gas, rent, is going up by, say, 7%. That's inflation. And as the guide calls it, this is the silent thief, working against every single rupee you save.
So what does this actually mean? It means even though the number in your bank account is going up, your ability to buy things with that money, your purchasing power, is actually going down. The 100 rupees you saved last year, it might only buy you 96 rupees worth of goods this year. Holding too much cash in a low-interest account isn't just treading water, it's a guaranteed way to sink over time.
Okay, we've covered the foundation. Now let's get to the 2 rules that the source says are the most powerful for really accelerating your journey from just being financially stable to being financially free. Wow, that is a pretty stark warning. In today's unpredictable world, depending on just one job for all your income is incredibly risky. The real path to security and accelerated growth, it lies in diversification.
So the goal is to build at least 3 to 4 different sources of income. The source gives a bunch of examples, from investing through things like a systematic investment plan, or SIPs, in stocks, to starting a side hustle, like freelancing or blogging. But here's the most important part. That extra income isn't for upgrading your lifestyle. It's fuel for your investments. And the final rule is honestly probably the most important. You are your greatest asset.
Investing time and energy into your own financial education, reading books, watching explainers like this one, learning about different investment options, that protects you from scams and bad decisions. It's the one investment that is absolutely guaranteed to pay off.
So how do we pull all of this together? Let's boil these 7 rules down into a simple, actionable plan that you can actually start using today.
This is the system right here. It's not about one single action, it's about consistently following these steps. By focusing on wealth, paying yourself first, avoiding that bad debt, diversifying your income, and just continuously learning, you create this powerful engine for financial growth that works for you 24/7 over the long term.
At the end of the day, knowledge is only potential power. It's action that makes it real power. The journey from being middle class to building lasting wealth doesn't start with a huge salary increase. It starts with a single, small change in your habits. So the real question is, which one will you choose?